I don't know what the hell is going on, man. This shit
Uh,
is so fucking weird.
we are live, finally. Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
god.
Shit's all getting fucked up. Ladies and gentlemen, my mic went out. Sorry about that. We've got the technical difficulties fixed. So I guess we need to restate what we've already stated. So we've got a lot to get into tonight. We have a lot to show. We have a lot to talk about. We have even more to laugh about. We have even more to be serious about. So we're gonna start with this tweet from Ice Cube, which was posted 14 hours ago. So Austin, if you want to take the lead with that and read it off, we'll go from there.
Let me get this straight. I get the president of the United States of America to agree to put $500 billion of capital in the black community without an endorsement, and N-words are mad at me. Have a nice life.
Mm-hmm. And he did do this. And the most glaring part of this tweet
Woo!
is the parentheses without an endorsement. You know, that's the thing. He did all this. He got President Trump to do this. President Trump agreed to do this without either one of them coming to terms on an agreement that Ice Cube was going to publicly endorse him as his candidate. So Trump went out of his way to do this and set up this plan for the black community without even getting a guaranteed endorsement from Cube. So okay, let's continue.
Which I will say, who needs an endorsement from Ice Cube when you got an endorsement from Lil Pump?
Well, okay. That's complete horse shit, but okay.
When I think about the 5 greatest rappers of all time, I think of Lil Pimp, Lil Pimp, Lil Pimp, Lil Pimp, and Dylan.
I was about to say, where's Dylan?
Dylan, because I spit that fire.
Okay.
And by the way, my other 5 greatest rappers of all time, Tupac falls in that list, who, by the way, was Kamala Harris's favorite rapper when she was in college, even though he wasn't around at the time.
Right, yeah, that's funny. You know, I really think Tupac is the only rapper she knows.
One of my favorite things about her is saying that Bob Marley was her favorite artist, and she couldn't name a single song that he had. I'm a white dude. I'm not even like 1/16 black like Kamala Harris is. And I know at least one Bob Marley song. So that says a lot about her. Come on, man.
Come on, man. All right, so we got, like I said, we got a lot to get to tonight. So let's keep moving. So we seen this Cube tweet. Now let's go through. Austin, if you want to take the lead, you can go through the replies and we'll talk about them.
Oh, I had to refresh it real quick.
Yeah, I'll see that.
N-words. Hold up.
I just wanted to ask right quick. You were saying that earlier that in our first stream that we tried, you said my mic sound was better. How is it now?
Oh, it sounds a lot better.
Okay, awesome.
I think what it was, I had to turn down my monitors because I'm not using earbuds or headphones or anything like that.
Right.
I think it was bleeding through into my mic, and that's why it was so much echo there.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
I just turned it down a bit, so we should be good.
Alrighty, let's do this, fuckers.
I will say this is a U.S. House candidate here, and I will highlight this here so you can read it. This is her reply to Ice Cube. N-words that won't invest a dime or time into our community. Oh.
True.
True.
Hey, look. Give the lady props. She's speaking the truth. Now look at this Pam Keith bitch. I hate this reply right here, and I hate this bitch even more. But go ahead and read it.
No, we're mad at you because everything you think you got was fairy dust, and in the attempt you validated a racist monster and got him votes. You were used as a political prop to masterful effect. Trump doesn't keep his promise to anyone, especially not us. She's a U.S. House candidate.
So much to unpack there, right?
This is a U.S. House candidate also, Pam Keith.
She's a fucking loser.
Well, she is a candidate. She is an
Pam Keith, if you ever hear this, which I'm sure you won't because you're too busy making fraudulent ballots right now. But if you ever hear this, I literally hope you die. You
Look
were
at this. Look at
severely
this. I
misinformed.
would bang her out though. Look,
I wouldn't. I wouldn't touch that bitch with a 10-foot pole.
I get much pleasure out of banging out Democrats. It makes me feel some type of
Look,
way.
you only have to stick your dick in crazy about 100 times before you stop doing it. So I've learned my lesson.
For me, it's about 300 at this point. I still haven't learned my lesson. But I can't believe this bitch is talking that way. She isn't even black. She's like that coffee that you get and you dump a bunch of milk in it and it's kind of like brown. I mean, what the fuck? Get out of here, yellow rascal.
Congresswoman Starbucks over here.
Oh my god. Did he sign a contract or was it like the NWA deal back in the day?
No,
This little Jerry Heller joke.
It's completely wrong, but it's still pretty funny. I like that dig at the NWA deal that Ice Cube signed. That was pretty good.
This is the guy we talked about earlier. I'm not black, but definitely at least you admit it. You're not black because I wouldn't have been able to notice from your profile picture.
I damn sure wouldn't have been able to notice that at all.
Oh shit! He dug up Benjamin Franklin's bifocals and brought him back.
What's the over/under on the bet that this dude isn't standing in front of an actual body of water? He's standing in front of a picture at somebody's house.
People have been claiming that Ryan Seacrest is straight for years, but I think we finally found his boyfriend here.
Yeah.
Look at those fucking things he's got on his goddamn eyes. God damn.
Aviators were good in the 80s. They came back for like a year, dude. Drop them.
Those look like he took the fucking windshields out of a 757. God damn.
It looks like he took the windshields out of a car that got repoed halfway during his tent job.
He wouldn't even give people money to live during a pandemic when that money would go right back into the economy. Plus, he literally always lies, but you think he's actually going to give trillions to the black community?
This is the danger of the media and how they are able to just lie to people. And these people literally believe this. They believe this.
Oh look, the rat is the official symbol of the Republican Party now.
I think the rat should be the official symbol of all politics in America because that's what you all are. You're a bunch of fucking swamp rats. But it's okay. We're keeping going. All right, let's move on to the next one.
All right. Here we go. This is a woman filling out a blank ballot.
Boy, we got a good one here. You guys are gonna love to watch this one. So this is an actual video that is being filmed of somebody who is an official ballot counter, and in this video you can see them at the ballot counting table filling out a blank ballot for Joe Biden. Go ahead and play this for the people.
Here's the Twitter link right here. Okay, I'm gonna play this right now. Oh my god.
Blank ballot at the ballot counting table.
Holy shit.
Now.
And she isn't using a Sharpie either. You know this is rigged.
Damn sure isn't, is she? Even though she probably handed out 50,000 of them today. Fucking cunt. Because this sounds like a hot.
Oh my god.
So, let's take this off the full screen. Let's move to the next one.
All right. Biden pinches Montana senators.
I don't know if this. Okay, now it's changing. It was frozen. So here we go. Yeah, here we go. Joe Biden pinches the nipple of Montana senator's 8-year-old niece. This just got in rapid circulation about 3 days ago, I believe it was. So let's check this one out.
Don't make me.
Oh, we're gonna watch it. You're gonna come with me on this journey. Look at that. Look at this fucking freak behind there. See how he's like distracting his parents? Her parents trying to cop a deal. What a fucking... behind there. And you can tell how uncomfortable she is.
Okay, I got some more family. Come on in. Yeah, we got a crowd.
Look at that. It's like he pinches her nipple.
Someone go behind there.
What in the
Tweak
fuck
that nipple.
off with this dude?
Okay, I got some more family. Come on in. Yeah, we got a crowd.
She is all of like 3 years old.
Someone go behind.
All right, I gotta cut that off. I gotta cut that off. Oh my god.
Dude, wow. All right. So as the news has been coming in tonight, they're constantly still, ever vigilant in their effort to steal the state of Georgia, even though, for the last 10 years, Democrats have been calling Georgia a state of nothing but Southern hicks, but now all of a sudden you covet it so much you're fraudulent ballots. So last I checked, and this was about an hour ago, but last I checked, Trump's lead in Georgia is now down to 3,000. And
3,000 votes, yeah.
Did you hear about the shutdown for the counting in Georgia today because a pipeline busted like miles and miles away that had no effect on the polling area, but they shut down counting because of a fucking pipeline busted?
Well, I had heard that it was actually like in the building that the polling was going on, where the count was going on at. So I don't know. I mean, it could be.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff, but it's crazy. It's absolutely batshit crazy what's going on right now. It really is.
Yeah, but what can we do, man? What do we do in this crazy time that we're living in, man?
I'll tell you what we can do. We can just calm it the fuck down. We can just, hold it, hold our ground, and just know that it's all going to come out in the courts. I truly believe that we've given them enough rope to hang themselves. We have so much evidence. Let's go to that tweet that I sent into the group chat the other day. Let me pull it up here and I'll read it. So I'm about to read it right here. So, okay. Turns out 118-year-old William Bradley voted via absentee ballot in Wayne County, Michigan. William Bradley died in 1984. How long has this been going on? What? And he gives a link. Try it for yourself. You can look himself up. Guys, look, this is blatant election fraud. It is total election fraud. And like I said, we've given them enough rope to hang themselves with it. And now we're about to jerk that rope up and watch their fucking feet dangle. I'm telling you, it's coming. We are in, and I said it last night on our episode. But we are in for a big ride right now, a huge roller coaster, and it's going to be great. It's going to be great for us, terrible for you guys, but it's going to be wonderful for the patriotic party.
Oh yeah. What? I was reading something came out of Michigan. They had a voter that was born in 1823. I had a bunch of questions when I found this out. Like, are tortoises now voting in the elections?
This motherfucker is such a patriot for the Democrat Party. He is such a what's the word I'm looking for? He's such an advocate for the Democrat Party that he is fighting the Black Plague right now and still voting. Hats off to him.
He lived through the Civil War, the Spanish flu, and COVID-19. He said, "Fuck it all. I'm going to vote for Joe Biden."
That sounds like the medical sheet for Dr. Fawcett.
They went to high school together, and he said, "Look, I need to do my civic duty, and I need to vote for Joe Biden." A man that is,
You know all the. You know what's really would be really funny? I picture all this shit. Like, what if they're not? What if they're not cheating like this just to steal the election? Like, what if they're cheating like this just because Biden has no idea where he's at, and they just want to keep telling him, "Hey, guy, you're in the lead, buddy. It's okay."
Biden thinks he's at a fucking Golden Corral right now.
That's
Where's the goddamn
thinks-
rolls at?
He's running for a Senate seat. He said it himself.
He thinks it's 1973 still. What are these darkies doing on the same bus as me? What are we doing here?
Oh, and hey, you should go to YouTube right now and pull up that clip of Biden during his crime bill. I think it was in 1993, where he's sitting there, like right there in the hearing and talking about how he doesn't want his kids growing up in quote a racial jungle.
A rush. Well, that was previous to the '94 crime bill, but you know, I got to thinking about it today, and you know, I figured we'd touch on this while we're talking about it, but. Have you had a chance to look at the National Firearms Act that he hopes that he's been talking about in his campaign that he would do and with assault rifles and high capacity magazines? Have you heard anything about that?
Well, I've heard about it. I haven't had a chance to look at it now.
Well, I'm not gonna. I mean, I could, but and we can touch on some of it. But it's listed on his website. So
Well, he doesn't
one of the Let me, Joe Biden, and all you have to do is put gun in, and then you can go to Joe Biden's plan to end gun violence. This is on Joe Biden's website.
Okay, let's pause right here for a second. Folks, you were seeing this. Like, yeah, we're not just talking bullshit. You can watch right here. We will show you where to find it. Go ahead.
All right. And now, I'm going to skim through some of this, so stick with me, but, okay. Ban the manufacture and sale of assault weapons and high-capacity magazine. Federal law prevents hunters from hunting migratory game birds with more than 3 shells in their shotgun.
I don't see a single policy in here that's banning rocket launchers, and we touched on that last episode.
That means you have to have a Class 3 weapons permit to get rocket launchers, which subjects you to ATF searches and everything else. So it is a bit more strenuous. But Joe Biden will enact legislation to once again ban assault weapons. This time, the ban will be designed based on lessons learned from the '94 ban. For example, the ban on assault weapons will be designed to prevent the manufacturer from circumventing the law by making minor changes that don't limit the weapon's lethality. While working to pass legislation, Biden will also use his executive authority to ban the importation of assault rifles. Reduce the stockpiling of weapons. In order to reduce the stockpiling of firearms, Biden supports legislation restricting the number of firearms an individual may purchase per month.
What part of shall not be infringed do you not understand, you creepy old pedophile?
It gets worse. It gets worse. Let me see. Here's one. Buy back the assault weapons and high-capacity magazines already in our communities. Biden will also institute...
Buy back with what? Taxpayer money?
Biden will also institute a program to buy back weapons of war currently on our streets. This will give individuals who now possess assault weapons or high-capacity magazines 2 options. Sell the weapon to the government or register them under the National Firearms Act. Now, remember that, the National Firearms Act. The National Firearms Act. I'm about to touch on that with you in just a moment, all right?
Okay.
Require background checks. I'm getting to the important parts. I'm going to skim through here. In the online sale of firearms and ammunition, Biden will enact legislation to prevent all online sales of firearms, ammunition, kits, and gun parts. So you cannot even buy a fucking scope on the internet anymore. I hope you know that.
Yeah.
So, go back to the registration of... So you have 2 choices. See, Joe Biden isn't going to go door to door and take your firearms. What he is doing is he's giving you a choice. You can either sell your weapon to the government in a gun buyback program, or you can register them under the National Firearms Act. Now, with the National Firearms Act, each semi-automatic rifle, and I don't know if this extends to handguns yet or not, but there's a possibility it could. But for every semi-automatic rifle you have and every magazine that you have that is over 10 rounds, you are subjected to getting a $200 tax stamp. When you purchase a rifle, when you purchase a magazine, you already pay taxes on it, but
Right.
you have to register them under the National Firearms Act and pay a tax stamp on each magazine and rifle that exceeds 10 rounds. I'm comfortable admitting this right now because I don't see this going through, but the possibility of it going through is very scary. But I own two guns, a handgun and a rifle. Now, I don't own two guns is not a lot of guns. There's people that I know that own way more guns than I do. 10, 15
right.
guns in a household. Just with those two guns I have and the few magazines I have with it, it will require me to pay $2,800 in taxes. So, I don't have $2,800 that I can spend willy-nilly in tax stamps to make sure that my firearms
And most
on the
of
up and
America
up-
doesn't.
that I can spend willy-nilly to pay the taxes on my firearms to possess them legally.
Right. Right.
So it gives me no choice as a legal gun owner but to sell them to the government. You understand how that works? They don't have to come and take it by force. Gun owners, law-abiding citizens, if you enact a law, they know they will obey the law, so they have two choices.
Here we go. Here's the gist of it. You give us your guns, or we're going to make you give us all your money. You have no other choice outside of that.
Well, and the other thing is that if you do not register your firearm through the National Firearms Act, or and you don't pay the $200 tax stamp, you have to sell it to the government. And if you do not, it is there's a penalty of up to 10 years in prison and a $10,000 fine.
Oh, and then that's where we get to the secret details.
Now this is what I'm going to get to right here. The man who wrote the 1994 crime bill that disproportionately affected black people and minorities.
I know where this is going. Go ahead.
Law-abiding citizens, the country guys, the people who are always going to be on the up and up and obey the laws, they'll register their firearms. If they can't afford to register their firearms, they'll give their guns back to the government in the buyback program. Who this will disproportionately affect is young black males and minorities. This will disproportionately affect them. This is the top cop and Biden are striking back again. And you cannot believe me if you want to, but that will happen. It will disproportionately affect the black community because we all know, me and you both know, whether we believe in systematic racism or not, that's beside the point. We do know that young black males get disproportionately pulled over by police. We can admit that. We're comfortable admitting that.
I wouldn't say it's disproportionate. I think you're putting yourself in situations you shouldn't be in.
That may be so, but we do know that young black males do get pulled over at a higher rate than males of white males, for instance.
We can agree on that, but at the same time, we also agree that they put themselves in those positions to begin with.
But
you don't see the majority of white America standing around on the corner with their pants around their ankles selling dope.
Neither here nor there. What I'm getting at is, I'm sure you're aware of this also, it will disproportionately affect the black community. This is not the change that BLM or the Democratic Party wanted, and it's going to end up being that way. I promise you.
Yeah, I'm with you.
This is sickening. Joe Biden is a fucking sick, demented piece of shit.
Well, see, here's the thing. Joe Biden's not the one writing these policies, and you got that no more evidence. You got that evidence during the first debate where Chris Wallace was the fucking moderator. And Chris Wallace, I swear to God, I've said it before. I know I've said it to you. I'm going to say it again live right now. I would never in my entire life think that I would ever sit down and watch a presidential debate where one of the candidates had to have his own policy explained to him by the moderator. That is absolutely because Joe Biden doesn't know what is on his shit. You know what I'm talking about. This is about the whole fracking deal and stuff that came up in the first debates. And Chris Wallace basically had to say, "Well, yeah, it is on your website."
What's fracking? Come on, man.
Come on, man. So Joe Biden has no idea what is on his website. Joe Biden has no idea what is in his policies because they're not being written by him. He is a talking head that has a name, and that's why they chose him, because he has a name. He has name value. This dude is on early or maybe even deeply in onset dementia, and they're basically pushing this elderly poor man out there and making him embarrass himself and his entire fucking family. All their dirty laundry is getting dragged out in the public, and this is nothing short of elderly abuse.
I really enjoyed that Hunter Biden foot job video. That was grade A stuff right there.
I tell you what, I didn't enjoy it, but
I nutted.
Well, I know you did, you fucking sick fuck. But
look, he's got. I will admit, he's got a bit of a pipe on him.
I mean, he's packing heat. Yeah. I'll give him that.
I want to find out too. I wanted him. Never mind. I'm not gonna go there.
Yeah, I know.
People will think I got some homosexual tendencies.
Well, nobody needs to think that. You just confirmed it. But go ahead.
Fuck you.
Alrighty. So let's move on. Let's with the current state of everything to where it is. Look, I'll tell you this. I've absolutely completely stopped following any election counting, following any type of election coverage. I've completely stopped because we all know where this is headed. The media is going to claim that Biden has won, and they may even claim it as early as tomorrow morning once they can flip Georgia by one fucking vote. Then all of a sudden the votes
you'll see North Carolina roll in. They'll be like, oh, we'll just give it to Trump. You'll see every other state roll in.
And,
because as of right now, North Carolina is not planning on calling their state until next Friday.
Here's the problem. Oh, they'll call it as soon as they get one vote more.
Every state will call it as soon as Biden gets one more.
So all of a sudden, the counting will stop. We're all aware of this. We know what we know what's going on. But this is why I'm not even listening to it, because look, for at least the last 4 years, okay, we all have come to the term that the media is full of shit. Okay? That's it. For the last 4 years, we realized mainstream media is a bunch of lies. Social media is a bunch of lies. We understand this. We've all come to the terms of this, but now everybody wants to turn around and listen to those same outlets to tell you who won the election. Let me tell you something, people. The mainstream
Let me tell you something, brother.
The mainstream media does not have the authority to declare elections. They have the authority to report them. So I don't care if they say Biden won every fucking state. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they say, because they don't have the authority to make that. You get what I'm saying? They don't have the authority to make that declaration. That's not their job. Their job is to report it. Now, of course, I mean, you can link this up with all the fake news bullshit that's been going on for the last 4 years. Their job isn't to decide whether President Trump is a racist. It's their job to report on it. What they do is they report on it, and that's exactly what they're doing here. They're going to report that Biden has won. They're going to completely sweep under the rug the fact that it's still disputed, it's still up in the courts, and oh man, I don't understand why anybody is all of a sudden now taking the media's word. Chill out, crack open a fucking Yingling. You better not crack open some bullshit. Crack open some American fucking beer. And just chill out, man. We got this.
Although Although I feel like I'm never going to drink another Yingling again because as I was picking up a case of it, I saw above it that Yingling has done a collaboration with Hershey Chocolate and a Hershey Chocolate flavored Yingling. I was like, what the fuck?
Hey, dude, I bought a 6-pack at the store the other day, and it's actually pretty damn good. I bought a 6-pack, and I was like, well, if it sucks, then I guess I'll just, I'll stash it away, and, I'll use
That'll be the emergency.
Yeah, I'll use it for times where I'm already too drunk to care about the taste, and that'll just be a beer. But I'm telling you, it's actually really good. I liked it. It was really good. You should try it.
That's good to know. But I do want to give a plug real quick for anybody that may be listening. Probably nobody right now because it's really late. But this guy on the Donald just donated $100 to President Trump's campaign to fight the Democrats. I asked if you can afford $5. Do it. I'm doing it tomorrow morning. I'm gonna put in my card information, donate to Donald Trump's campaign to fight the Democrats because we have got to win.
News about Lindsey Graham's donation. Did you see that?
I have not. What was that?
You know Lindsey Graham, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You know how he was pretty much a total cuck liberal until John McCain died. So apparently
he was John McCain's butt buddy.
McCain had some dirt on him. Is what it was. Well, I'll tell you this. Today, and you can find this on the Donald. He went on some radio show, some talk show or whatever. Got the hiccups, folks. Give me a second. He went there and he just announced that he has donated $500,000 to Trump's legal defense in this fight.
Well, good. That officially saves his soul and he gets to get into heaven now.
Well, it might have saved his soul and got him into heaven. It didn't save his ass. You still got a long ways to go, Lindsey.
I'm still on Biden's page right now, and
I do like that. I do like that doing that.
Biden's asking for support to defeat Donald Trump and make him a one-term president. I'll donate some money. Let's see. Is a penny optional? We'll see. 0.01.
0.1. And look, it's turned red, just like the country.
Just like the country. Just like the rest of it. Let's see. Well, let me do that. Let's do 25 cents. Oh, it won't let me do that. Let me do $1. Oh, $1's too little for Biden. Oh, I could do a $10 contribution. Biden, I would never in my life give you $10. I could do a $5 contribution. Let's see if I can do less than that.
Let's see if you can do $4.99.
I could do a $4 contribution.
$3.99. Try $3.99.
$2. They'll take $2. Let's see, $1. I can do a $1 contribution.
Do 99 cents.
99. They won't take it.
Yeah.
They're too good for my 99 cents. They'll take $1, but not 99 cents.
It doesn't matter. He's going to take more than that from you in taxes.
Oh, God, don't remind me. I'll have to pay $2,800 in fucking firearms taxes if he's in office. This is the same man that said if you like your doctor, you can keep your doctor. If you like your money, you can't keep your money. He said if you make less than $400,000 a year, your taxes will not be raised. Well, sir, let's look this up real quick.
Let's expose that right quick. Right here, straight for you. You can watch it right here, guys.
How many guns are in the U.S.? Okay. Estimate of civilians. Let's see. How many gun owners are in the United States? So, recent survey found about 40% of adult Americans own a gun or live with someone who does. 40% will have to pay a tax stamp. So at the very least, if they have one gun and a magazine that does not exceed 10 rounds, at the very least, 40% of Americans will pay $200 and in a new tax that Biden will impose on them. So technically, he's not imposing any new federal income taxes, which that's to be seen.
All right.
But already we know that he will impose a tax and a federal firearms tax on guns that we'd already paid taxes on.
Look, guys, we gave you this warning. We had the jokes last episode. We're coming for the throat this one. You're getting it straight up. Here we are. We're running at 35 minutes right now. I say we take a 5-minute smoke break. You cool with that?
I'm cool with it.
All right, we're going to take a 5-minute smoke break. Austin, call me on the phone when you get outside. We'll talk in the garage about what's coming up for you motherfuckers next. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.
1776 will commence again.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
We will no longer surrender this country or its people to the false song of globalism. 1776 will commence again.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
We will no longer surrender this country or its people to the false song of globalism. 1776 will commence again.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
We will no longer surrender this country or its people to the false song of globalism. 1776 will commence again.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
We will no longer surrender this country or its people to the false song of globalism. 1776 will commence again.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
We will no longer surrender this country or its people to the false song of globalism. 1776 will commence again.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
We will no longer surrender this country or its people to the false song of globalism. 1776 will commence again.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
We will no longer surrender this country or its people to the false song of globalism. 1776 will commence again.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
We will no longer surrender this country or its people to the false song of globalism. 1776 will commence again.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
We will no longer surrender this country or its people to the false song of globalism. 1776 will commence again.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
We will no longer surrender this country or its people to the false song of globalism. 1776 will commence again.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
We will no longer surrender this country or its people to the false song of globalism. 1776 will commence again.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
We will no longer surrender this country or its people to the false song of globalism. 1776 will commence again.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
We will no longer surrender this country or its people to the false song of globalism. 1776 will commence again.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
We will no longer surrender this country or its people to the false song of globalism. 1776 will commence again.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
We will no longer surrender this country or its people to the false song of globalism. 1776 will commence again.
Hello, we're back.
Alrighty, let's do this. You hear? Alright, see? Okay, as you're seeing right now, we have a post that has been compiled by a user named Internet Rugs. I think that's what this is.
Internet hugs.
Internet Hugs. Okay. So shout out to him for doing this. But we're gonna take a little stroll through some of these links here provided. Austin, you want to go ahead and lead the way?
Yep. Hundreds of uncounted ballots discovered in Grafton Town Clerk's vault. Let's see what this is here. Ooh, this link is broken. Warning. Okay, well, show me the... What in the fuck is this? Town officials will seek a court order on Wednesday to open 202 early voting ballots discovered in a sealed box in the town clerk's vault a week after the election, calling into question whether the passage of the Proposition 2.5 tax cap overrides by 98 votes will stand. Town Administrator Timothy, McIerney told the select board Tuesday that the sealed box containing 202 uncounted ballots was discovered by accident in the vault on Tuesday by the assistant town clerk.
Now, keep in mind, this right here says it was posted back in July, folks.
Oh, yeah, July 1st. Upon discovering the mistake, I don't know, how do you pronounce that fucking name? LaValle immediately contacted the town administrator and the state elections division. On Tuesday, June 23rd, voters passed a $4 million Proposition 2.5 tax cap override to pump necessary funds into the school and town budgets, plus challenge Colleen Roy and Matthew Often caused an election upset by upsetting 6-year-old incumbent Select Board Chair Jennifer Thompson and replacing Select Board member Donna Stock.
Okay, we can stop right there. Let me. So you can see, this right here is perfect. It is perfectly laid out for you right here, all the way back in July. This is evidence that they were cheating to steal certain small elections. Now, this goes and it coincides with the fact that the Democrats have been doing this for decades. And see, this is the problem right now. This is the problem they face right now, is because they're pulling their same tactics, only this time Trump's been ready for it, and he's been ready for it for a long time, and he knew it was coming. We have given them enough rope to do exactly what they were going to do, and now we're going to hang them. And that's just the way it is. So let's go back. Let's look.
I want to see this.
Look. What does that say? Discarded mail-in ballots found outside ATM in California. Posted by Newsweek. And this was posted where? When? October 8th.
A woman in California says she stumbled across some discarded mail-in ballots outside a drive-thru ATM, sparking concern that the voters they were addressed to would be disenfranchised. Candace Rashuddin said she grabbed 5 ballots off the ground outside the Bank of America at 29th Street, the Crenshaw Boulevard in Los Angeles. She's told CBS Los Angeles there were more, but she was not able to gather them all. The ballots were addressed to residents of an apartment complex less than a mile from where Rashuddin found them, according to the station.
So, okay.
Oh my God, these are just ballots people could pick up, fill out, and send in.
Yeah. Or just take to them at the poll counting stations where they're going to be working and fill them in there, as we saw in the video.
Burned, destroyed mail found in Boston Copley Square. God, how many fucking San Mateo residents received multiple ballots?
Look at that, people. Do you see all this shit? And Austin, if you would be so kindly, why don't you copy and paste the link to this thread into the chat or however you can do it, so that people can go there and they can see this shit for themselves. You know, we could spend 4 hours going through every one of these links, and we're not going to do that. But we're giving you this right here. There you go. So there's your outlet. Now let's pivot a little bit.
This right here is what I'm interested in. 80,000 ballots disappeared in Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit! The Baltimore Sun. God damn. Maryland voter registrations
June 25th, 2018.
Oh my God.
Election fuckery has been going along for a long, long time. And, you know, I don't know if you saw this tweet from old Mr. Fence Sitter Tim Pool today, but he actually said something, and like I always say, this is not a direct quote. It is me paraphrasing. But he was basically talking and referring to people always finding ballots or ballots going missing. And he said something along the lines about how come we never have instances where Republicans just show up and be like, hey, we found 200 ballots. Whenever there's something going on, why does it always benefit the Democrats? Why does it always benefit the Democrats?
Are you seeing this image on the screen right now?
Yeah.
That lady's afro looks like she's.
I knew you were gonna single her out.
It
I
looks-
knew it. I knew it.
Looks like she's an extra in Shaft, circa 1963.
She looks like that dude on the cover of NBA Street for PS2.
You ever seen those combs that go in an afro with the fist up? It looks like she needs one of those.
This bitch looks like Julius Irvin.
Dr. J over here. She's a 76er, dude.
Yeah, there you go.
She's a
76ers.
76er.
It's a fucking disgrace you call your team that name and you got Black Lives Matter and shit plastered all over your court.
And they're
Fuck
destroying their city currently. All because some crazed, deranged individual charged police with a fucking knife. Oh my god, you cannot make this
He
shit
didn't do nothing.
He didn't do nothing.
He didn't do nothing.
He was trying to comply, but he was also trying to cut a steak as the police were trying to arrest him.
When they had said stand down, he thought they said knives out.
He thought they said stand down and stand by like Trump said.
To white supremacists, apparently. What a fucking joke. I don't know if we've got time to do it tonight, but we should have at least one episode coming up soon where we showcase some Change My Mind series from Steven Crowder. Shout out to Steven Crowder. You're a patriot. You're a beast. Love you.
I'm leaning more towards fucking Adam Krigler.
Oh, Adam Krigler, yeah. Soy Jesus.
He is the epitome of America. I mean, he'd been led astray his entire life, and he just came around to the right side.
Like we all were at one point, right? So,
yeah. Hell, I've been led astray my entire life.
I know you were raised by wolves.
Shut the fuck up. Do not talk about my mother that way.
That's actually an inside joke. Daniel will get that.
And now I have a Make America Great Again flag right behind me in my bedroom.
Yep. And you know what? I'm proud.
And I'm thinking about driving downtown Raleigh this weekend with it hanging out of my sunroof, waving it around.
Oh, well, maybe you should.
To piss off Smash Racism 919. Check them out on Twitter. They're fucking crazy leftists who just want to destroy and fucking pillage and loot.
We win at them on Twitter. We win at them on Twitter.
Fuck
they still haven't
those
responded.
jabronis.
Fucking jabronis. Hey, by the way, look out for the 76 merchandise that's about to start pulling through because jabroni is going to be a shirt.
Jabroni bitches.
But yeah, so like I was trying to do earlier, let's pivot a little bit. Let's really analyze this Lindsey Graham thing. What do you think, in your opinion, why is Lindsey Graham because of the death of McCain? Do you think it's just because McCain had dirt on him and now all of a sudden it's like gloves off because he's dead of brain cancer?
Look, I think that he thought John McCain was an American hero, and really, Donald Trump exposed him for who he really was, which is Songbird McCain. That's what he really is.
Bird, it's taking longer.
He couldn't stop spilling the beans as a POW.
Well, that's it. That's exactly what it is. You know, he was a prisoner of war, and he just opened the floodgates on his lips. Kind of like Kamala does. Opens the floodgates on her lips. What a fucking whore. You got creepy Joe. That's the Democrat ticket, man. That's the Democrat ticket. You got Sleepy Joe and Creepy Ho.
I'd bang her out though.
I
I'd
wouldn't
take
touch
one for the team. It's because I hate myself.
No, I'm sure you do.
You know I do. You know I torture myself.
Yeah, you really do. This guy sends me videos of himself like finger flicking his ball sack.
Who? Boy.
Okay, so there's been a huge backlash against the Republican Party because for the last few days since this election is going on, we haven't seen a lot of Republicans kind of standing up for Trump. And once that backlash happened, all of a sudden we've got a shitload of Republicans that are now wanting to stand up for Trump. Look. Republicans, the only reason we vote with you is because that's the only reason we have a chance of affecting anything. You guys, I mean, if you want to talk about a uniparty system, and it truly is and truly has been. It has been a uniparty system for so long, and that's what Donald Trump means, and everybody means when they're talking about draining the swamp. It's about getting rid of not Democrats, but getting rid of the Democrats and the Republicans that are also traitors to this country and its ideals and its very foundation of its beliefs. We got a lot of cleaning to do. And, it sucks that, it's taken us 4 years to clean up a lot of it, and there's still a lot left to go.
We gotta clean it all, god damn it, like janitorial staffs at HMS Middle School when people come all in the stairwells.
Like Joe Dirt.
Joe Dirte. Can we just all admit that
Def Leppard sucks.
Christopher Walken was fantastic in that goddamn movie?
Do you think Christopher Walken had anything to... Oh, we're completely segueing right here, but what do you think about the Natalie Wood murder?
I don't even know who that is.
Really, you haven't heard about that with what's his name? Robert Wagner, who was her husband. Have you never heard about this case? Christopher Walken was also on the boat with them, and they claim that the official claim is that Natalie Wood, who was an actress at the time, married to Robert Wagner, they were all filming a movie together, Robert Wagner and Christopher Walken, and they all went out, to party. And so basically late in the night, the official story is that Natalie Wood went out to fix something on the boat or whatever, and she ended up drifting out to sea. Now, there's a lot of conspiracy theories surrounding it that Robert Wagner had a play in it. There's a lot of things that Christopher Walken may have known. It's crazy. You should at least watch the Netflix documentary on Natalie Wood. You should definitely watch that.
There's a Netflix documentary on this bitch?
There is a Netflix documentary on the Natalie Wood case. You should definitely look at it. I can't believe you haven't heard about this. It's crazy. There's even theories that Robert Wagner and Christopher Walken were having some kind of homosexual affair, and Natalie caught them. I mean, it's crazy. The Netflix documentary covers it all. But yeah, I truly believe she was murdered by Robert Wagner. Now, it gets real fuzzy whether you want to believe that Christopher Walken had any knowledge of it or not.
Dude, this bitch is hot.
She was a smoke show. She was a real smoke show. And, Natalie Wood wasn't even a real name. It was some kind of foreign name. But once they moved to America, they changed it to Natalie Wood, and because Hollywood felt it was more marketable, and she was totally against it. But
I don't even give a fuck. These pictures from 1973. I'd bang this bitch out.
Well, at the same time, you got that photo of Nancy Pelosi with John F. Kennedy, and Pelosi looked like a smoke show back.
Fuck it. Have you read the book? I'm sure you haven't read the book because you don't read. But Have you read? Have you heard of the book of John F. Kennedy's secretary, Mimi Beardsley, or whatever the fuck it's called?
I've heard of it. I haven't read it though.
John F. Kennedy was slaying fucking pussy, man. You know he banged her out.
Oh, he totally was. Him and his brother too. I mean, they how can you not?
He met this secretary and he banged her out and she was a fucking virgin and shit and she was supposed to get married.
No one ever told Jackie about Maryland's tendencies. Ignorance is bliss when you're married half a century.
He's banging this bitch out who's like his secretary and she's a virgin and she's supposed to get married to this dude and he, you know, she hadn't had sex yet. Fucking John F. Kennedy starts pimping her out to fucking dudes in his cabinet and shit. He's like, go jerk him off and suck him off in the pool. And she goes from being a virgin to John F. Kennedy pimping her out to every one of his friends and shit.
Go over there, tickle his balls, make him a sandwich, and don't talk so much.
Spread his cheeks and lift his sack with your tongue. Oh my God, it's just John F. Kennedy was. I wish I was fucking president back then. I'd be slaying fucking pussy too. Marilyn Monroe, I'd get all up in them guts.
Your wife would also be picking up pieces of your brain matter on the back of your car as you drive down the street in Dallas, Texas.
That is true. I guess you got to take the good with the bad, man.
Yeah, well, you know, you win some, you lose some. I don't even know how we got on this conversation about that, but yeah. You should definitely check out that Natalie Wood documentary on Netflix, dude. It's good. It's very good.
I'm definitely going to now.
Yeah, it's really good. It really is. I watched it about, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 months ago. It's really good. And I also was listening to, because I mean, I know some listeners out there may not know this, but I know you know this, that, you know, I'm a pretty big fan of true crime, and I listen to a lot of true crime podcasts. And I just listened to one that covered this too. It was after I watched the documentary, so that's what made me interested in it. But the podcast actually goes in pretty deep. I can't remember the name right now. If anybody is desperate,
well, that's the key word right now, deep, which is what I'd like to be into Natalie Wood right now. I'd like to be very deep in her.
Well, considering that she's just a skeleton with worms crawling through her eye sockets, yeah.
You know what? I don't have high standards.
Right now, I want you to know right now that there are worms in her skeletal eye sockets that are deeper in her than you ever will be.
You know, I don't have any standards of any sort, so that works for me.
Oh man. Well, you know, tonight, last night we hit you guys with a lot of laughs. We had a lot of laughs. Tonight was more of a in your face. This is what's going on. In the future, we are looking to strike a balance between the two, but don't worry. If you guys want to know what's going on and you're smart enough not to listen to social media or the mainstream media about it, tune into this podcast. We'll let you know, man. We'll give you the 411 on what's going down. And we'll make a lot of sexist and racist jokes at the same time. So,
but mainly sexist because I don't respect women. They are objects.
All right, you're going a little too far, buddy.
If I wanted to go too far, I would start talking about the China virus. A ching ching chong, a ching ching chong. Sorry,
Kung flu.
There we go. Hey, my dog is over here.
Why don't we play that song right now? Just to close out the show, we'll play the Kung Flu.
Oh God. Shit. I can't even spell right now. I'm so goddamn drunk. It's a song called Kung Flu. Hello? Hello?